Welcome, Charles. I'm happy and pleased to have you here on the Worth to Be Seen podcast. And today we're going to be talking about you as a teacher and your views on things like that. But first of all, I would like for you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your role as a teacher.
My name is Charles Ochiel, the director and the founder of St. Christine. How did I get this role? It's a very tricky question. I can say that when I was going around Kibera, one of the key things that I discovered that most of the children were not going to school, and that is when the government announced free education. There were some hidden costs that were going through. So there were a number of children who were not going to school. So I thought that it would be a good idea for me to found such kind of a school that can cater for the vulnerable children and the needy children in the community.
I understand, yes. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for more than 25 years.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you really made an impact then on the community of Kibera.
In fact, when you walk around, you can hear my name all over. Yes, you walk Kibera. Most of the children, some of them are calling me their fathers.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes. Well, I can imagine going on about it for so long. You really made a big impact in Kibera over there. So, what would you say would be the biggest challenges for the students in Kibera?
The biggest challenge is the learning material and the food, and again, some of this the children that the parents that are having these children doesn't have proper income, so that these children could be able to get some basic needs like food, shelter, and clothing. So this is a very big challenge that these children are facing.
I mentioned for you skill sharing, or the project that we in the 7M project are into starting these skill sharing circles, and you seem to like that idea. And what was it that resonated with you within that idea?
In fact, I have been in so many forums, attending and again sharing experiences with what others have been doing, because there are some other things that we just need information sharing. You share this, you find this is what we are doing, where this other group is doing this, and then if this information is shared, you find that it brings another transformation to maybe a certain project that has been going on, maybe dwindling or having some challenges in terms of growth. So that has made me to be very, very encouraging that information shared, it will be able to change some of the narratives, because people only need some information that they would be able to understand exactly their potential, because some of us have different potentials. But if somebody gives us this kind of information, you find that there are things that you can do even from your own. It doesn't need funding. Basically, targets in Kibera, most of the people rely so much on donor donations. But there are some other things that you share. You find that it is easy for you to even just to connect a school with electricity or water. You just need to share that information, how you did it.
Yes, and the thought about the skill sharing part is that we try to share the skills of practical skills like sewing or repairing shoes or making beads and things like that. Do you see that there is a gap between the traditional knowledge that you get in the school and the actual skills that you might have with you in your hands? And if you see it as beneficial to be able to have these skills in your hands that you can bring everywhere?
In fact, it is. There is. It's very, very key. Like maybe I am in school, I got this skill, but there are some others. There's some other areas that I was not good at. So when this information is shared among the skills that maybe in terms of tailoring or bead makings, you find that there are this that I got in the school, and now when I go to the market, I find another challenge. And when these groups are set together, share this information, maybe I had some not doing quality. Yes, it's the same material of doing beading, but you look at there are some values, some qualities that has been added into what the beaders are doing. Then you find that this one you didn't get it in school, you get it just from when you are in the field. So that can really bring a change into an organization or for any business that is being run.
Yes, and also for children, one of the most important thing for children is, of course, to have stable and reliable adults around them. And I find that many times, if you are struggling as an adult or as a parent to just get money enough for food or shelter or things like that, you tend to be in a very stressful state. So the idea is to start off and first make these skills available for the adults who are taking care of the children, and then passing it on also into the children through the parents and also in the classrooms. But I believe that having stable parents or adults around you will greatly improve your childhood.
In fact, it is exactly what you are saying, and you find that even some of these parents lack those kind of skills, and if they can grow together in terms of that information sharing, then you will find that there is this adults that could be able to share what her experiences with maybe in what she's doing, either by washing clothes or by even giving food to the children, because even the kind of food that they are preparing. What kind of food? Sometimes somebody buys this food in a certain market that is not resonating, is not giving quality to the food of the children that the children would need. So this would really help them, even in where they stay. Look at how the setup. Somebody has a single room and has set up a double-decker bed. Children are sleeping on top the other bed. And this mother is sleeping at the lower part, and they are comfortable, and the house is well arranged. You can go to another house. The beddings are just spread all over. So if that kind of information, if you visit a home and find that this is a home that there's a lot of confusion, even when the visitors come, there's nowhere how you can even sit. There is no sitting arrangement. And this is something that can be shared within their parents and even the children, and they could be able to understand. Even the position where the children are doing their homework, just set a small table at a corner. Then these children will study at the intervals. If it is a small one, then they can study interval. And their homework is done well. And this can really help this other family that is not doing the same.
Yes, exactly. That's how we're thinking about it as well. That these skills or this knowledge that one might have, just passing it on to somebody else is extremely valuable, because if we do it in a circle form and in groups and everybody's sharing at different points of time, then everybody will learn a little bit more as we go, and the ground for what you can do and how to make things better will grow for everyone.
Sure.
Yeah. Is there any, when you're thinking of these things, because I've been to Kibera several times, and I see that there's so many people who rely on their practical skills. There's everything from making the street food, repairing shoes, sewing baskets, or doing whatever. There's so many things, braiding hair. And that seems to be the main source of income for many people, are actually the practical skills. And is there a gap, you think, in the school system where we could fill that void by actually starting off those interests in the children at a quite early age, making them interested in practical skills as well?
In fact, it is something that should be encouraged. If you look even the setup of the CBC is encouraging this. Even the government has come up with this kind of a curriculum, but they have not. It is not fully funded. If you look at what they are still looking at 844, which is exam oriented. But these skills, if it can be brought from just from the school, from the grade 5 here or grade 4, bring in these skills, show them, share this information, and find some of the gaps and challenges, and find how they can be able to progress. Because if you look at people is like, you have given a very good example of shoe. There are so many people who are doing shoes. Yes, are they making impact? Do they think of even how they can make money from that shoe? The information is very low. They are just getting it just for hand of mouth. They're not looking at it and expanding it in terms of resourcing and how they can also get some saving. Make sure that they get some savings which can be bankable. Because if you do your saving with the bank, and then after a period of time, then the bank could also lend you some money. So this kind of skills, wherever this business can be seen small, it can grow to its potential. It can grow. Yes. So these are some of the lacking of the skills from adults to the young children, and I think that is where now we're missing it.
Yes, and that is the perfect example that you're bringing up there. If you have somebody who might have a skill of, for example, as you say, making shoes, but maybe not the skills for banking or how to actually manage a business, then just by learning the business part, it could have a huge impact because you already have the skill set to do one thing. And then just adding on some small knowledge about the others will together make it a very good deal. And the other way around too, you could have people who know very much about maybe business and money and banking, but they don't have anything to sell. Just by them learning to do something that they can sell will together make a very big impact on them.
Exactly.
So how do you think that we could encourage people to actually do this sharing? The idea that I have is to actually compensate the person who is teaching for, let's say, we have weekly gatherings, we have a group, we meet weekly, and the person who is actually sharing skills will get some kind of compensations, and the other ones will get, just say some tea and snacks just for the comfort. And do you think that would be a way to work, that we actually we compensate?
Peter, excellent. That is excellent.
You find that idea, because I understand you always need some kind of motivation. I mean, that goes for everyone. So, but if somebody has a skill, say sewing, whatever it might be, and you actually could earn some just by sharing that skill, that should be a motivation, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
So, and if you could just mention, say 2 or 3 skills that you think would be a good way to start this.
I was looking at the beads, and then the tailoring, and then the vegetable sellers.
The vegetable sellers. Oh, okay. Like the ones on the street selling vegetables and things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds like a good idea, and I'm sure that we can easily find these people, and we can easily engage them in this too.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
Yeah. And we have also the hair braiding and the knitting and things like that. Yeah. So okay. So as a teacher, how do you feel that how the students are gaining confidence through the practical learning? Do you feel that they gain this self-conscience or confidence when they gain knowledge?
In fact, here what is important is that that motivation that comes from the teacher, because the teacher is the one who is having the answer. You motivate your learners by introducing them to the new topics and everything. As a teacher of what I teach, I want my learners to understand exactly what is it and what are the objective am I targeting, and how can I be able to meet that objective, and again, how is it impacting in the lives of those young ones that I'm teaching. So to me, I think it is the part of the introduction of what we are doing and how should be done, and because even young children are very cooperative. They are not like adults that you would struggle with somebody for some time.
True, true. Children are by nature very curious, and they want
Yes.
to learn. They're like into it to
Yes.
begin with. And that is the beauty of children. And you said to begin with that you've been in this now for 20 years. So you must then have the opportunity to follow several children from the school age and into adulthood, actually.
In fact, I've been doing this, yes. I've been doing this, and I can tell you there are some successful stories. Some of them even, if could give us some of them even a chance to talk about how they have been, how they've been successful because of what we are even following them to, what they share. They come to my office and then they talk to me. You are our senior. They call me the senior, and then we talk and share.
Oh, all right.
And this information encourages
I see.
them. And the other one was telling me I was looking for a job, and this. I also know some other schools around. I also sit in one of the executive committees in the sub county. So when other schools are also looking for teachers to employ, cooks, or those who are watchmen, some of them even come to me, and if I get an opportunity like that, even if it is a parent who doesn't get some, who is really interested to educate his or her child, and doesn't have somewhere to get, then that's how I connect them. So it's like when we walk around, maybe when God gives you some time and you walk around, and you will see how
Yes.
I have brought an impact to the lives of these children. And it is really
that feels
encouraging
amazing.
me. And that's why it makes me going. I feel like I'm a father to these children. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I can see it, and I can feel how it gives you satisfaction, and also the way that you were embracing this idea with the skill sharing. And I get the idea, or I get the feeling that you agree with the way that I think that it will actually have a good impact and a long-lasting impact also on the system if we could implement it and give these practical skills to the parents and to the children. And as we talked about it, or when I mentioned it to you, you were also offering a chance to use some of the facilities of the school. And for that, we're very, very grateful. Of course, that would be an amazing advantage for us to continue with this. And we're really grateful for that, really grateful. So what would be the obstacles, or what would be the biggest challenge, you think, to get this in order?
The biggest challenge is how we can, because getting people is not a challenge, but the only challenge that we would have is how we can start, and what do we need? Can we put up some of the costs of what we need, and how we can go about it, and even how to evaluate? Because I also believe that as we work, we evaluate, we look at maybe it as a period of 3-6 months, we could be able to evaluate. How far have we gone? What have we not done right or wrong? And how can we improve on what we are doing in terms of that? And I think that is some funding, some money, and that's why I think it is very, very important for us to do a proposal with an objective on what we are working on. And again, after that, we will be able to share this information with our friends and our partners.
Yes. It's like with most things that you do, a business or whatever it is, you start off small, and then you make some changes to whatever can be more efficient or be corrected, and then growing as the concept grows and you get better and better at what you're doing. So this is, I would say, we're just in the starting period now, and we will find ways to continue. But as you say, the funding is the key, of course. We need some funds to get
started,
this
yes.
project going. And as you know, the way that we met was actually through the 7M
Yes.
project. So I've been doing like NGOs or non-profit NGOs for about 11 years now. So I started small with that also once. And in fact, that was how we met, because there is a water tank installed
Yes,
at your
yes.
school. And mentioning that, how has that impacted on your school and on the day-to-day things in your school?
Thank you, Peter. You know, we've been also having a feeding program, and we have toilets. Our toilets are flush toilets. We buy water from Nairobi Water. Now we are connected with Nairobi Water. This water helps us in sanitizing the sanitation facilities. Children during these sunny days, they drink water. They were struggling. Sometimes they want to fight for the small water that we could put in small jerrycan in our school. And 7M donating this water tank to our school. Excellent. God bless you. We are thinking even greening. You know, we have a space. I told you that God has granted us some small space here, 3/4 acre. And we have a space that we have a place where we are greening. We want to green that place. We want to water that place, and so that the grass. There was some grass that we have already planted. And during this dry season, surely it is drying. It is. If you look at it, it is withering. But because this water can just come a month ago, we are still struggling on how to get that doing the watering. But I'm working on it, and I believe very soon you will see this compound very greening, and we are very grateful for the kind donation that you have given us. We don't know how to thank you, Peter. We don't know.
Well, I'm really, really happy that it came to this, and for me also, I mean, these contacts and meeting people, and now as we are developing this idea, because the idea of skill sharing circle has been there for a while, but meeting you and seeing how we can facilitate it with having somewhere to be and getting things in order is very valuable to me as well. So I'm also grateful that this particular tank just ended up right here, because it opened up doors for me. And that is a little bit of the message that I would like to send to everybody, young and old, that the network of people that you have around you, the more you expand it, the more people you meet, the more things that you get engaged in, the more opportunities will come your way as you do it. And many times when you're doing something that will be beneficial for somebody else, things just tend to come back to you. And I'm really happy for that too, and I'm happy that it has made that impact on you as it has. And for that, I will also, now as we're talking, I would like to let's try and make some follow-ups of this. Maybe you can document it, and we will see what the actual impact it has done to the school.
I will. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I'm happy for that. And I'm just I know that you have some few skills also. You do apart from the teaching and being the principal of the school, you have a few skills yourself.
In fact, I do missionary. Yes. And
missionary,
I also do a little bit of tailoring. Not venturing so much, but I think when the clothes has some torn, some repairs, I can do easily. So that is a skill I also have. It is only sometimes we don't have the machine to do this.
Yeah. And those things could come as we go, of course. Maybe if we get a need for this, we can install a machine, and people could be learning to do these things, because I'm sure that you can see the value of having these skills in your hands, because wherever you go in the world, wherever you might end up, those skills are with you, and you can put them into practice at day one. Let's say you ended up, 1,000 miles from home. You get off the bus, you still have this skill set, and you can start off, making your making your impact or earning your day's work with that skill
Sure.
set that you have. And sadly, that is not the case for many people, and as it works many times in places like where there's a lot of challenges, the very young children, they are sent to bigger cities or other areas in hope of getting some work there. And if they're very young, it's very easy to be influenced by
Sure.
bad choices. And this having the skills in your hands will give it, you will have more possibilities to say no thank you to some of those very destructive ways to earn money, and instead choosing something that will be sustainable and will maintain your
Sure.
honor and dignity. So, is there anything you would like to add on to this? Because I feel that I'm happy to have talked to you, and we can round it up. But I would give the word to you if you want to have anything to
Mine
say.
just say thank you, Peter, for giving even us a St. Christine opportunity to this kind of services. And I believe that a journey started by one step will go 1,000 miles. And we wish that God also help us in doing all this as we walk all through this new sharing skills. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Charles. And I appreciate you being on the show. And I'm sure that you will be back again with more information as we go.
I will, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.